lah. She eat otah only lah for lunch.
Just having soup and otah? Really?
Yeah, you see, 减肥.
Oh, less than $5. Are you trying to save money? Are you trying to save money?
No. It's
Just being prudent. Very good, very good.
Okay, now is the internet not stable. Is it okay, buffering finally. Okay, can already. But the error message is that the internet stream is not strong.
Do you change to? It's our one, right? It's no, but it's quite intermittent also. I still.
It's quite right. Mine
Yeah, I think
you get disconnected.
need to let Fion know.
Oh, so it wasn't just me.
No. I was having problem just now also.
Okay, anyway, it's connected.
It's connected.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay, let's wait for Eugene. Alright.
Oh, so special ah, y'all.
Order his own food. 这个在
减肥啊？
不是减肥吗？减
肥
减重。
哇，那你有肥？
减重。Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, please enjoy your food. Okay. And just kind of lend us your ears, everything. Okay. I have one very important question. Yeah. How many of you are above? How many of you are between the age of 25 to 27?
Ew.
Just put your hand up. Just put your hand up.
25.
25 to 27 years old. 25 to 27 years old. Physical age. Please, no feeling age. Okay, alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, so that's quite a fair bit of hands.
6.
And so Olivia has been Care Corner since the day you were born.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's been Care Corner for this year. This year is 27 years already. Right. So yeah. When Amanda came in, I was just asking, verifying her age. I mean her not her age, her tenure in Care Corner, and then Amanda was like, "That's how long I've been born." Right. So definitely. So you all know who Olivia is, right? She's head of student care centers in Care Corner. So we have 2 student care centers, one in Woodlands and one in Admiralty. Admiralty is just the one across the road from the MRT station. And then Woodlands is the one that is right beside our FSC Woodlands, nearer to the Marsiling side, right? So today, I think how many of you have worked directly with Olivia before? There's Sarah, there's Eugene, Janellis, Linda, Dora as well. Felicity never.
No.
Never. Oh, okay. Not directly. Okay. So there's something very interesting about her. I mean, I know her for this is my almost coming to 7 years in Care
7
Corner.
years, yeah.
So I actually
7 years.
yeah, I know her for 7 years
Yeah,
already.
but for 3 years, he was my boss. Yeah.
Yes, for 3 years I was her servant.
No lah, the way you put
Yeah.
it.
So I think the one of the things that you will notice, right, is that this is part of the volunteer engagement learning conversation. And one of the things that you will actually have noticed if you have been working with her, right, and I've been working with her for 7 years, is that her engagement with partners, right, is one of the best I've seen in Care Corner, to be very frank, right. And she's to me also someone who took initiative, right, not just engaging volunteers, right, but actively, right, trying to get volunteers to volunteer on a regular basis, and then very actively, right, trying to convert these volunteers into donors as well, right. And I think I kind of want you all to also learn from her what she thinks about and how she go about doing this piece of work in terms of volunteer engagement. All right. But first, let's find out from her. All right. What makes you stay 27 years in Care Corner?
God's will. Can't say no, right? And
Yeah.
actually, I think it's because actually I never think that I will stay for so long. Okay, but inside me when I first joined Care Corner 27 years ago, I did feel that this is a nice place, and if it's a nice place, I will want to stay for as long as I can. But I guess the most motivating part that will really make someone stay is that I've got very good supporting bosses. And I think my 27 years here, I've served many bosses, from CEOs to directors to my own senior managers or assistant directors, that kind of thing. So I've served a few, and Gary is one of the few as well. And he is one of the very few so-called favorite bosses in the two SCC teams. Alright, yeah. So that's why I always tell Gary, says that don't worry, if it's volunteer thingy, if SCC can help, you just let us know. We will sure give support if we can. Yeah. Alright, then that's about it lah. And also across center services, we have also very good supporting colleagues around. And this is also the time that I want to say a very big thank you to the PCE team, especially to Theodora, Sarah, Eugene, Ginelis, Alinda, and also Linda Teo, because these are the people whom we have worked closely together, and they have never failed to extend a helping hand as and when we need it. Yeah, especially Theodora. Wow, very on the ball one, you know. Yeah. So we are really very grateful, and of course, when you all show this kind of support to us, when you come to us and ask the team whether can we support certain things with you guys, we find it very hard to say no. Yeah. So, and I think this is a very good relationship that has been built on, and I think it should be continuing.
Right.
Yeah.
So what has keep you going in this 27 years in Care Corner?
Children, the children that I serve. So my 27 years here, I serve I think thousands of kids. So I've attended 3 weddings, and I received red eggs from one of them. And then one of them, he got married, and then it was like he married a lady who brought along with her a son, and so it became his son also lah. So his son was also enrolled in Care Corner Student Care Center, in Woodlands for about almost a year. The same center that his stepfather was in. Yeah, so these are all I think very interesting happenings that's going on. And also we have this group of boys, old boys, who are also still very much at heart with the Student Care Center. So like last month or so, SCC Admiralty's washing machine broke down. So Shirley was telling me 没有 budget leh. I said okay, 没有 budget 不用紧，等一下。So I text boys, we need washing machine. Who wants to donate? Then within 3 minutes, Miso, I'm in. Oh, okay, stop, no more. 3 person share 1 machine enough. The rest too late. Next round, okay, you will have your chance. So true enough, 1 week later, the brand new washing machine really came in for SCC Admiralty. So Woodlands also same thing. When we need anything, they will also respond. So I think this is something whereby you have to stay in that profession long enough to reap whatever you have sown.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And the thing is that yes, the Student Care Center is also not a profit-making.
Yeah. It used to be.
It used to be, yeah. That was many years ago.
Many years ago. Yeah.
When teachers were paid very low.
Yeah.
But I think one of the key things that why we have decided to keep the Student Care Center going, despite it not generating enough revenue to actually break even. Okay, so the SCC is one of the programs that is not funded, right? So it's although the students there have to apply for the MSF Student Care Subsidies Fund, right? Subsidies grant, sorry. It's actually not funded. So, and then because we operate a student care center in the community, we are obliged to keep our fees at a certain price, which is about $349 a month.
337.9.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So we are obliged to keep it at that. So in Care Corner, we actually in terms of the leadership, we see the student care center as part of our missional work in the community. right? And it's kind of our ministry we feel in the community to serve especially the vulnerable right? And I think I'm not too sure whether Vital has already told you, but we have been telling him to increase the number of vulnerable students.
Yeah, we have. Okay.
Yeah.
All along, our centers actually has got no problems having vulnerable students,
Yeah.
okay, especially with SCC Woodlands. But the challenge came in when the school started their school-based student care center. And the school-based student care center is such that it's 100% poor and needy children.
Yeah.
So imagine if the school base got 80 maximum capacity and 80 all poor and needy. So if this school base don't start their operations, these 80 all come to us. So actually our 120 max capacity is not even enough to serve this group.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think Vita and myself and my heads, we have actually came up with some strategies to see how we can, increase this cohort. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because we want to have this, we want to make sure that this service is available to the vulnerable, right? And I think one of the things that she actually didn't use the term, the latchkey kids, right? She actually has especially a heart for latchkey kids, right? And you want to share more with them about this?
Oh, okay, because we do have quite a number of kids.
You will tell them about your petrol.
Petrol.
You go around, hey, you come to the student care.
Because we have kids who are actually loitering around the neighborhood, and also we have kids, come across kids becoming runners for loan sharks.
Yes.
So it's very sad because these kids, they need money and they, quick bucks, who doesn't want? And kids being kids, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
So those loan sharks, they are very resourceful. They will recruit this group of kids who are not going home, and then tell them, say, okay, you go and smash one flower pot, uncle give you $5. You go and burn the rug, with this lighter, you take photo, uncle give you $10. You go and splash paint also, uncle will give you, like you splash the door $5, you splash the wall plus $5, $10, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how old are the kids then?
The kids are primary school,
Primary school.
P1 to P6.
P1 to P6.
Yeah, and some of them occasionally we do have secondary school like 13, 14 years old as well. So these kids will do all this and then they take photos and then they go back to the uncle to meet them. Then the uncles will say, oh, okay, you have done this job, so I pay you accordingly. So to the kids this is good money.
Yep.
It's good money, but then they will get into trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Okay, and also many years ago, I also do have kids, very naughty lah. They will go around to the HDB blocks to go and shut off people's electricity. Until people call police and catch lah. Then one of them kena caught already. Two options lah. Either go boys home or go for FSC guidance counselling program.
Yeah.
And then die must come in to care corner lah. So no choice lah. Go boys home and come care corner. Of course, come to care corner is better, right? So the boy came into care corner lah.
Yeah.
So and this boy, celebrity Shane Pao, and he's still with the center. So the washing machine also, he's one of the ones who donated lah. Yeah.
So he has been naughty all his life.
Actually, he has always been challenging lah. Okay, but one thing, this boy got a very good heart, and also this boy, he also have a hard time when he was growing up. But he was a good boy, and I hope, through all the little knocks and falls here and there, he will grow and also be a better person. I mean, these are all learning curves for each and every child. So everybody's learning curve is different, and it doesn't mean that he has fallen or he has something not so good that happened to him, then we reject him. No. But we tell our children, as long as you were once a Care Corners SCC student, you are forever part of this family. As long as this center is around, anytime in your life, no matter how old you are, you got any problem, you got nowhere to go, please come back to the SCC.
Yep.
And we will be here to see what kind of support we can give you. Yeah.
Okay, so in your 27 years, what is the biggest challenge you have always faced?
I think the biggest challenge is getting good staff and also getting the enrollment in for the center. Because, as you can see, competitions is all over the place, that kind of thing. And also parents' expectations has also changed.
Yep.
Yeah, and also sometimes MSF will throw very challenges, complex cases, CPO cases to us, whereby our staff are actually not trained and our program is also not tailored for that, but we are forced to take on this group of kids. Yeah, so these are all
It's basically
challenges.
one of our obligations with MSF, right?
Yeah.
So they will refer child protection cases to us, right? And then we will actually need to take them, because obviously the family is not safe, right? And it is actually better for them to be in the center, during the time out of school. And then the competition that Olivia is referring to is the student care set, after school care that now every school will have right now, right? So it's similar to what the student care is doing, but then they are located inside the school. So it's actually more convenient for the school actually, and a lot of parents actually prefer that.
Yeah, but then after a while they will transfer their kids to our side.
Yeah.
So that's why we will sometimes see like, March, April, May, we have new students coming in. Yeah.
So our student care center, I mean, if you talk to the auntie, uncle on the road, I think got reputation, good reputation.
I hope so.
Yeah, got good reputation.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it's also they are known in the community to have caring teachers. Yeah, so that's one thing. Any highlights that you can think of?
I think highlights will be like when our center was asked to expand within 3 months, build a new center within 3 months and take in
That's the Woodlands
60
one.
kids, Woodlands one. Yeah, so and we did it, then there was one highlight. Another highlight would be when our center received our first 6-figure donation in support of our center's capex renovation needs. And then after that, subsequently, the heart grow bigger lah, then it's kind of like we're a bit more greedy, and then I went all out to go and get more money come in. Then after that, we start to see 6-figure donation coming in to support our center's operational costs. Yeah, and that is very challenging because most donors don't donate towards operational costs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Correct. Yeah. So maybe tell us about that. I don't know whether you all were involved with that. Is this corporate called Trafigura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this corporate called Trafigura? And I was very skeptical about it actually.
Me too.
Yeah, because the name was like very familiar. I was like, I hear this corporate name somewhere.
Else.
So I decided to do a Google search, right? Then all the newspaper article about embezzlement, and all these kind of things and stuff. Then I still ask her, you sure you want to take their money?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because I was telling them that actually no fear lah, because this lobang so-called came to us via NCSS Comchest. So it's from the government. So if any or whatever, just like the AWA case also, that Su Haijin also donated 300,000 to AWA.
So Haijin.
Yeah, so in the end also don't need to return because it's through Comchest.
But they return.
They didn't return.
They didn't return.
The government said don't need, so they took. So what happened is that this Trafigura actually initially...
Maybe that's why they have the dinner.
The one we don't know. Cut. So what happened was Trafigura came, NCSS came to me, one of the officer, and said, Olivia, I need a favor from you. Are you free to come for a Zoom meeting with this company called Trafigura? They are looking at doing a children's CSR, and I have already linked them up with 4 or 5 SSOs, and all don't work out. So when I asked her why all don't work out, 4 or 5 SSOs still don't work out, what is it? Then he says, long story lah, they got a lot of expectations, and also they got a lot of things cannot, but he says, can you
relevant one will be the Hwa Chong Institution one
Right.
because I'm part of the YCD team.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I think in such a situation, the O&T is very important.
Right.
So you really must have to emphasize what their role is here.
Right.
What are people expecting of
Right.
them when they come in there, and their whole purpose of being there. Like, so it's like if they're going to regulations and coins, you're not doing anyone any favor.
Yeah. Cool. Alright. Linda.
I think in our work we stand in a very important position, like in the middle, like between a service point and also the partners. And so like as the role that we play, if we get to be in this position again, right, it's like do we just simply be passengers where shit go in down and then shit come back up, and then we just be bystanders, right? Or do we actually like be a person in the middle that learns to like gatekeep, learns to filters, learns to communicate back upwards and downwards, like I mean on both ends of the thing lah. Yeah, so don't just be like oh but they tell me this and therefore I tell them this. Right, but how can we then stand for what we already know from the service points back to the corporate, to educate them, but also at the same time then share with the service points also the challenges, but not that the corporate is being very difficult. Yeah, like how do we, being in the middle, right, how do we help both ends to achieve a win-win? I think that's something very important for us to think about.
Good. Alright. Nick.
I think just to add to Sarah's point about screening, right? It's also to understand the motivations of why both parties want this thing to happen. So that came out during the OCBC one with Beyond, right? Where they actually it's just a replacement.
Yeah.
And once they have what their priority is, then they might rescind it. And also trying to find out what they actually want lah. Because if actually what they really want to do doesn't align what the service points want to do, then maybe it's not the best fit lah.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good. Okay. So I know you all want her to answer some question about me, so I've also prepared. I don't know what is that all about, but yeah. So the team is curious to know how is working with Gary like. Yeah. Or maybe you can start with the easier one. How would you describe Gary?
Okay, Gary is a very much misunderstood leader. To stop. That's it.
What kind of person is Gary?
Very genuine, okay, and also very supportive bosses. A boss that's very supportive to his team. He will listen, and when you go to him, then please be prepared that he is all action ready to take action. So if you just want to say don't want action one, then please don't bother to go and talk to him. Don't waste his time. Okay? And Gary sets high standards for himself. He also sets really high standards for his team and working partners. And he cannot tolerate nonsense where, that clashes with his own belief, the law, and then, moral values and things like that, and also those people that anyhow do things one. This one he most betahan one. Yeah, so please make sure you don't fall into the category. That's about Gary.
Question. I asked the question. In the early working years, as in when he was first in CYS as the AD at that point in time, then what I understood was that there wasn't a very good working relationship. So why, and then what changed?
Okay.
Wow. You want to see it?
I think when he first came, the team and myself, we see him like, wow, this person like very atas on. He sure or not to be our boss. Our job is not the atas job, He very atas. This is one thing that we have. Then along the way also, I think he insists on certain things must be done in his way, whereby we SEC feel that, hey, what like that? All this long we never do like that, what like that, Then this is another thing lah. Then third thing is that I think there was one particular program that he want us to do, but our team die refused to do. Okay, and because of this, right, the team were all very upset with him. Okay, so the turning point came when I was diagnosed with cancer. So I told the team I will be out of action for 6 months, and I also don't know whether I will make it or not. And also during these 6 months, it so happened that our center was doing renovation work because got one donor give money for SCC 321. So like it or not, the show must go on, the renovation must go on, so have to do. Then I told them, say, you all go to Gary. Then they all like, don't want. So every day you will see different staff, different cohort will come up to my house, then sign documents and whatever. Until in the end, I fed up, I bored out already, I still go downstairs and I sit down there, okay, come do. Then I think during that time I was doing chemotherapy, we had audit from MSF, remember? And he was like, what are you doing here? You know? Then I think he was very pissed, but no choice, because during the audit, he himself also know that last minute the auditor asked for this receipt, that receipt book, then he has to drive all the way back to LKH 3 building to take, and then I have to be there to answer questions. So it's really not a case of whether one or don't want, that kind of thing. And from all these little things, and because I was out of action due to my cancer treatment, the team, I strongly encourage them to go straight to Gary, and I think they began to go straight to you more often, and then because of that they have a chance to get to know him better. And also I think Gary at that time also kind of like, I won't say mellow, but I think he knows what the SCC staff is like, whether who are the ones working and who are the ones not working, you know. He finally get to see, and he also know that we really put in our best effort, and for that he recognized and he also appreciate. And from there I think the team impression of him really changes, you know, and then things start to get better and better. Then when things are so beautiful, sweet already, they kind of drop me a bomb and say, I'm not going to be a boss anymore, huh? Then we're going to change boss again.
To a better boss.
Yeah, then it's like after 2 years again, change boss again.
Yeah.
So it's like every now and then we keep on changing boss. Yeah.
I think in the last 7 years, yeah.
Yeah, but then I think as of now, even though Gary is no longer SCC's boss or overseeing us, but I think the team still feels very close to him, and therefore I think when you all have last minute requests, which is quite challenging, we also pull through for you guys. Yeah, because I think because normally they will say no, then I say this one Gary asked one, Gary open mouth already leh. Oh, like that ah? Oh, okay lor. Right? They will okay lor, you know, that kind of thing. But for certain cases like the football one, that one really can't make it.
Yeah, that one can't make it.
They really cannot. If really cannot means really cannot.
And
But
I think the staff was also very touched that I started to raise funds for SCC as well.
Yeah, then he go and raise funds for SCC until got injured. That one I think really touched the staff, because the staff says so far all our bosses, I mean excluding me their bosses he said only Gary is the one that will go and raise fund, you know, for us. And he says the amount is not important, but the effort, you know, is there. So from there, you know, little things made the changes. That's why I was telling Gary, I said you have the SCC army behind you, you know, so don't worry. Anything you think the SCC can help, you just let us know. If it's within our means to say yes, I am sure the team will say yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Actually, you all have a very good boss. You all better treasure.
Gary asked me to ask you all to work harder. That's what I learned from holiday. So if I put Gary asked me.
Okay, last question. Okay, what is I've learned from them to ask a consistent question every time, and to end off with a consistent question. I racked my head, what should it be? So I decided it should be this. Okay, what is your favorite comfort food or drink?
Bubble tea lor.
And where will you go and get them?
Gong cha lah. So when
Okay, bubble tea, tell us what's the exact thing?
I always for me
泡泡茶.
I very waste money one, because Actually, I mean, as I've just shared, as a cancer patient, we are not supposed to eat a lot of sugar. So whenever I go to Pao Pao Cha, it's actually waste money because I'll tell them, no sugar, no bubble, just the teaspoon ice. So it's actually, so actually it's at home you own self put green tea. But you hold this on the lower I feel very good, you know. I will buy many cups also and cut them back for the SCC team, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is it lah. Then of course I love chocolates lah. You know, I love Lagerite chocolates. Yeah. But please don't get for me, because I got one auntie very rich one. She every 2-3 months will give me use her credit card to go and exchange for Takashimaya vouchers. Then she'll give me the whole stack of vouchers. So every time when I get the vouchers, I will go and exchange for Lagerite chocolates. So I mean, it's her way of showing love for me, and then we seldom meet up for food lah. So she always say you get something you like, and anyway, it's from her credit card that she go and exchange for the vouchers. Yeah, so I will always use that to go and exchange for the most expensive one lah. Don't waste the vouchers. So I always go for the other chocolates lah. Yeah. So that's about it. But I think by and large, all of you, if you have that chance to be in Care Corner, you are all very blessed because Care Corner is really a very good place, and don't be too eager to set so-called unrealistic targets for yourself. Give yourself time and enjoy the working environment here, enjoy your colleagues, and also appreciate your bosses. Your bosses here, actually all our bosses here in Care Corner are very good. And this is a place, when I first came in, I was told, this is a place that allows you to make mistakes, genuine mistakes. And mistakes, you learn from it. Yes. So I think this is a very nice place. Yeah.
Okay.
And you are lucky lah. You get Gary. Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't come back SCC
I'm caught for this. Yeah. Alright, but thank you. Thanks for your time, Olivia. We really learned a lot.
Thank you for all the support that you have given to the two SCCs.
And please continue to support SCC. Alright.
Yeah.
And find out how deep your pockets are. Okay, remember. And no Hua Chong.
Those got money one, then give me Bank of Singapore got money one.
God. It's the private bank of Singapore. What do you think?
Oh.
Okay, cool. Thank you.